Hey, this is Joe Walsh, Congressman from the 8th District. I'm here in Washington, D.C. Midweek, kind of a crazy week, a lot we're going to vote on this week. We wanted to start something where every week I'm here, I want to take at least one night if I can and answer direct questions from folks back home. So we're going to start it tonight, we're going to try it, hopefully it'll go well. Feel free to email or Facebook us your suggestions, but we want to take questions from the people back home. So let's get started. Well, Ms. Pelosi's a little off. Look, what we're trying to do this week is create jobs, and create jobs in the private sector. What Speaker Boehner referred to there is, because we're engaged right now in an important debate where we are cutting government spending, there will be some government programs that will get cut, and there will be some public sector employees that will lose their jobs. But remember, every public sector dollar we lose comes into the private sector. We need to get this great engine, Jason, of the private economy moving. So all the folks back home, I mean, we've still got a 10% unemployment rate in McHenry County. We've got to get the folks back home working. Everything we do the next 2 years is going to be about creating jobs. Jacqueline, easy answer, yes. Look, part of what we want to do with Obamacare, because we believe so much that it's going to devastate our economy and devastate private physicians in this country. We may not be able to repeal it for a couple of years, but we're going to do a few things over the course of the next year or two. One of them we're going to do is we're going to deny funding to as many pieces of Obamacare as we can. It's important we defund, it's important we delay implementation of this program, and most importantly, it's important that we hold oversight in Congress so that we can look at each aspect of the program and educate the American people as to why this thing is going to destroy jobs, why this thing is going to lead to higher insurance rates, and on and on and on. Next. Peter, it's a great question. We are at war. And this is a scary war. It's a war we're not used to seeing. When we're at war, we want our government to be able to defeat the enemy. I want my government to have every tool at their disposal to defeat the enemy. Now look, when we're at war, there's always a tension, and there always has been in America, between civil liberties and security. I understand that tension. We have to be vigilant as a government and as a people in making sure that our individual liberties aren't trampled on. But understand, this is a temporary extension of 3 aspects of the Patriot Act. There will be a full engaged debate on these extensions and every other piece of the Patriot Act sometime over the course of the next year. I am actually very pleased to be serving on the Homeland Security Committee. One of the reasons I wanted to serve on this committee is because I think this war is going to last for a while. And I want to be part of the discussion that government has to make sure those civil liberties that you and I are concerned about are not abused. But make no mistake, Peter, we're at war. We've got an enemy that wants to kill us. I don't want to talk to the enemy. I don't want to have lunch with the enemy. I want my government set out to destroy the enemy. Great question. Timothy, absolutely. That's just step 1, but absolutely. Look, we've got to take a long, broad look at a number of principles in this country. But right now, look, the first step this Congress can take is taking a look to audit the Fed. William, every single thing this Republican Congress is going to do over the course of the next 2 years is going to be to create jobs. We believe, I believe, that jobs are created when government gets the heck out of the way. Right now, small business, especially in this country, new business is overregulated, they're overtaxed, and they are scared to death about the uncertainty in the future. We are going to defund Obamacare. We're going to try to repeal Obamacare. We are going to try to ease the tax and regulatory burden on businesses. We will not have a sustained recovery in this country with real job creation unless government gets out of the way. The mindset the last 2 years has been totally opposite. I want government involved in everything, the administration has said. We were sent to Washington to stop that. I serve on the Small Business Committee. I am very pleased to be chairing the Small Business Access to Growth and Taxation Subcommittee. We are going to be holding hearings over the course of the next year, talking to businessmen and women about what government can do to really get out of the way so they can create jobs. Everything we do the next 2 years is going to be focused on that. Great question. Folks, we're going to try to do this at least once a week. You know me, I'd try to do it every night if I could. But when I'm in DC, I want to talk to you. When I'm back home, we're holding town halls. We're holding Cup of Joes with Joe. But send in your questions on Facebook, email, however you can send them to us. I am here to be your voice. The only way I can do that is to know what the heck you're thinking. Thank you. God bless. Have a good night.